And yeah, my journey is interesting. I don't know where to start, but let me start perhaps from when I finished high school here in Kenya in 1988. Had the privilege of going to St. Mary's School for my studies when I was a primary and secondary school student. And I had the good fortune to finish St. Mary's as the head boy in 1988, which really set me up for a journey that in some ways I can only be thankful for. St. Mary's was a school owned by the Holy Ghost Fathers, and when I finished in 88 as head boy, they awarded me a scholarship to study in the U.S. in a Holy Ghost Catholic school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, called Duquesne. So these Holy Ghost Fathers actually opened the door for me to go to the U.S., and this was a tuition scholarship in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a very conservative state in the Midwest, I would say. And started my journey in 89, where I was an undergraduate, studied finance in Duquesne University, graduated with a finance and international business degree in 1994. But it was not all, roses and smooth sailing. It was hard work. It was committed hard work, and I had to, work on the side. Yeah, I delivered pizzas. I worked in restaurants. I washed dishes. As much as I had a tuition scholarship, I had to sort of sort myself out in terms of the journey, and that's where I also learned the benefit of hard work, looking after oneself. Yeah, being responsible for what you accomplish, and graduated in '94. Started a career with a consulting firm in Pittsburgh. My journey then continued where I did my MBA again at Duquesne University, and that's actually one of the personal highlights, because I went to school at night. I went to night school, did my MBA at night, and financed that myself, working during the day as a consultant for 2 years. And graduated in '97 with an MBA in finance.
That MBA, I mean, I really want to make sure, first of all, I get it right. Did you always know it was going to be finance? I mean, you're in a finance field right now.
Yes.
And looking at that bit, and it's interesting, actually. I actually served as well as a school captain.
Yes.
And I think there's those lessons, if you just draw for me the lessons from St. Mary's as a head boy, and then now you going and washing dishes in the States. I mean, as a head boy, I'm sure you'd actually ask your juniors to do that. So I'm looking at the lessons there.
The lessons, yes. Finishing high school, of course, I was very keen on exploring what journey I would take. But as a young man at 18 years, you really don't quite have a sense, right?
From undergrad to now, you focused into finance, and then the MBA program, and just the leadership. The headhunter speaks a lot into the MBA folks, guys who are that really core in business in mid-tier level management. So it will be interesting to get your lessons around your MBA program as well.
So my MBA was actually, I would say, the highlight of my educational journey, because not only did I pay for it myself, and till today, Laban, I keep the cancelled checks of me paying for that program over 2 years, logging during the day, and I keep them. I've actually put them aside.
And this is for your
this is to show my children that this is how it came, right? Nothing came easy. So lessons learned: one, hard work. Hard work is really, there is no secret to success in life. It's about hard work. Really putting a goal and going for it, despite the odds. Just stick to it. And that tenacity saw me through that period. And just discipline of choosing, what you can do and what you cannot do. So I set my goals to get in that MBA. I believe that education is a shield. It's a shield that shields you from what I would call challenges of life. Once you have the shield and the tools, then it's really about how you execute. And I had the fortune of having parents who are very focused on providing us a good education. We have 5 siblings, 4 sisters, no brothers. All of us are educated. All of us have master's degrees. One of them has a PhD. And the one lesson they instilled in us was that education is a great equalizer. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what your last name is. Once you have that, then you have the tools to succeed. So I invested deliberately on my MBA. And at Pittsburgh, where I was, Duquesne University is a solid school, but it's it's a mid-class tier 2 college, not Ivy League, yeah. And when I was then applying for jobs after my MBA, I also keep a stack of my rejection letters.
I thought you were headhunted right from your
Oh,
MBA
this story actually develops much better. So
they come straight to your class and they say, no, where is Martin? We need to get
Ivy League schools headhunt.
Okay.
Yeah. The other schools you slog for it. So I did get some interest in some firms were interested in me, but a lot of the big tier 1 global banks just said not yet ready, no experience, etc.
Do you ever get a rejection from Citi?
I'll come to that.
Okay.
I will come to that because it's an interesting question, right?
Yeah.
So this is where, again, hard work and somebody opening a door and being in the right place at the right time counts. So take a step back, earlier years in Kenya, we had the opportunity to host a young lady who came to Nairobi from the US as part of the Peace Corps. And Peace Corps is like a US program that college-going kids sign up and they go into foreign countries and they have a host family. So we had a host daughter stay with us. And interestingly enough, I didn't know at the time, but this young lady's father was the general counsel that was doing work for Chase Manhattan Bank. General counsel, Chase Manhattan Bank. So 97, I graduated. Here's Martin looking for work. Spoke to my sisters. She said, do you remember Nina Beatty? She stayed with us. Right to the dad. He does work with the Chase Manhattan Bank. So I did. And he forwarded my interest to the president of Chase Manhattan Bank at the time.
Wow.
A gentleman called Thomas Lebrec. And Chase called me for an interview. Called me for an interview, not a job. Just get into the door and then hold fort. And Chase only recruits from Ivy League schools. So Wharton, Harvard, Yale, etc. And here I am from Pittsburgh, also in the interview panel. And I just needed that door opener. And once that door was opened, I went in and shot the lights out, and I got an offer.